What is popping, YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney. I appreciate you guys for watching this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now, as it does help these videos get to the public and that channel to grow. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly. I will say every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you don't miss one of those videos that I post. It's only right to you guys. I've thought about this. I really have. I tried to talk myself into not making this video, but I just can't do it. I had to make this video. The Patriots are going 16-0. They're going undefeated. Now, guys, when I initially made this video and decided the Patriots would go 16-0, they still had Antonio Brown on their roster. So I get the fact that now the Patriots are a little bit more beatable now that Antonio Brown is gone. But, guys, we still have to remember, the Carolina Panthers, okay, the 2015 Carolina Panthers went 15-1. The Green Bay Packers in 2011 went 15-1 as well. This Patriots team is better than both of those teams. So it's still not out of the question that the Patriots can go 16-0 and run through the schedule, because this schedule honestly is a cupcake, guys. And this Patriots team is still super stacked. They have the best offense and the best defense arguably in the entire NFL. And let's not forget, guys, N'Keal Harry, who they drafted in the first round, is going to be coming back at Thanksgiving. So they're not going to be lacking at wide receiver just because Antonio Brown, is gone, okay? They were already my pick to go to the Super Bowl before Antonio Brown was not even there. So I still was very high on the Patriots even before Antonio Brown was there. Antonio Brown was a necessity, not a need, guys. They easily are the best team in football. It's again, I like Kansas City, I like Dallas, I like Green Bay, I like the Rams, I like the Eagles. None of those teams are better than the Patriots, at least on paper. They're not better, okay? And like I said, I think the Patriots are going to go undefeated. They're going to run through the NFL. Right now, the Patriots through 2 games are outscoring their opponents 76-3. Now, again, it was the Steelers who have not looked good this year. They obviously are without Big Ben Roethlisberger now. It obviously was the Dolphins who they beat by a lot of points. But again, trust me, guys, they're going to beat all these teams that they play. Pretty much over 70% of the teams they play, they're going to beat just how they beat the Steelers and the Dolphins. They're going to do that to a lot of teams this year. And again, this is a team last year that won the Super Bowl, guys, and got better, okay? When they added Josh Gordon, when they drafted N'Keal Harry, when they brought all their players back on defense, when they added Michael Bennett, they became a better team. This is a more athletic Patriots team than it was last year, okay? This is arguably one of the 3 best defenses Bill Belichick has ever had in his entire career, guys. It really is. They have the best defense and they have the best offense on paper in the NFL right now. The Patriots, I know the Chiefs' offense is very good, but the Patriots' offense to me is a little bit better, okay? The Patriots' defense is legit. It's the best secondary in all of football, okay? You are going to have to beat the Patriots. They're not going to beat themselves. When I look at this offense, it's pretty much, if you stop one guy, they have multiple other guys to beat you. They still got Josh Gordon. They still got Julian Edelman. They still got Philip Dorsett. They still got N'Keal Harry, who's going to come back at Thanksgiving, guys, and they're still scoring points on people by a whole lot without N'Keal Harry, okay? They still got Sonny Michel to run the football. They still got Damian Harris. They still got James White. They still have an elite offensive line. They still have Tom Brady, a 6-time Super Bowl champion, okay? They're number 1 in pretty much every defensive category that you're going to look at. Third down percentage, okay? Yards per attempt allowed. Yards per game allowed. Turnovers. They can do it all. This defense is loaded, guys. It's loaded. And when you surround this talent with the best defensive mind in arguably NFL history and Bill Belichick, it's over. It really is over. The Patriots are not going to be trailing in a lot of games. They're not going to be, because their offense is so potent. They're going to start off fast. That's going to allow their defense to play aggressive. That's going to allow their defense to, get after the passer, to rush the passer, to blitz a whole lot more. And again, they can pretty much stop any offense out there on defense. I mean, did you see what they did to Phillip Rivers last year in that Chargers team? That Chargers team that won 12 games last year? That Chargers team that arguably was one of the best, it was arguably maybe even the best team in football last year. They destroyed them. Patrick Mahomes scores 0 points in the first half versus this defense. Jared Goff, the number 1 scoring Rams, scored 3 points in the Super Bowl. Okay? I said they're going 16-0, right? They're going undefeated. That's my bold prediction. They're not going to lose any games. They're not going to lose any games in the regular season. They're not going to lose any games. They're going 16-0. And I highlighted 4 games because I do think there are 4 games in their schedule that could potentially be a slip up or 2. It's at the Ravens, It's at Philadelphia, it's at Houston, and it's Kansas City who they get at home. Okay, those are the 4 games that I think if you're going to bet money on the Patriots losing, you got to pick one of those 4 games. I don't see Dallas competing. I don't see Cleveland competing. They get both those teams at home. So when I look at the Baltimore Ravens game, the reason why I'm picking the Patriots to win that game is because, look, Lamar Jackson arguably might be the MVP of the league right now. He's playing great. But they did only beat the Arizona Cardinals by 6 points, okay? They haven't really faced anybody good. I haven't seen the Ravens play anybody elite yet. And they played the Arizona Cardinals, who are an improving team. They got Kyler Murray, a very good quarterback. They only won by 6 points. It's in Baltimore, but again, Bill Belichick will find a way to stop Lamar Jackson. Usually when a quarterback faces Bill Belichick for the first time, they tend to struggle. I don't see Lamar Jackson being able to beat a Bill Belichick defense, at least not in year number 2 at this point in his career. I think they're going to take away Marquise Hollywood-Brown. They're going to stop that running game. They have the better roster. They'll beat the Ravens, okay? And I don't think the Ravens can keep up with them offensively, okay? At Philadelphia. Philadelphia, to me, was my Super Bowl pick this year. I'm still going to stick with that just barely. I'm leaning toward picking potentially the Packers. I'm leaning toward potentially picking the Patriots. But again, maybe the Chiefs. As far as the teams this year that I think that can realistically win the Super Bowl, I'm going to say the Patriots, I'm going to say the Eagles, I'm going to say the Packers, I'm going to say the Chiefs. Those are the 4 teams to me this year. Those are the 4 most impressive teams to me so far. But as far as Philadelphia goes, they get this game coming off a bye week, okay? And the Patriots are going to have revenge on their mind when they play the Philadelphia Eagles. You mean to tell me Bill Belichick is not going to motivate this team to say, hey, this is a team a couple years ago that beat us in the Super Bowl. Let's show them who's the real talk of the town. And again, they come off a bye week in this game. And again, guys, one thing about the Eagles, their defense is pretty good, but their secondary has a lot of holes. Okay, Ronald Darby, I saw him face the Atlanta Falcons this past week. He gave up 2 touchdown passes, okay? Now, again, he did have a big key interception, but again, left and right, the Patriots can just throw a ton of weapons at you. The Philadelphia Eagles secondary cannot match up with the Patriots. And I just don't think in this game, even though it's at Philly, they're going to win, okay? And when I look at Carson Wentz, I like Carson Wentz a lot. I think Carson Wentz has the chance to be a very good quarterback. He was my pick to win MVP this year. But ever since Carson Wentz was arguably the MVP of the league in 2017 before he got hurt, hasn't won a lot of big games. Okay, this year versus the Falcons on the road, lost. Last year versus the Dallas Cowboys, twice, lost. Versus the Vikings last year, at home, lost. Versus the Panthers last year, at home, he lost. Versus the Titans on the road last year, versus Marcus Mariota, who's not very good, lost. At the New Orleans Saints last year, got annihilated. He got destroyed by Drew Brees and the Saints. So my thing with Carson Wentz is, what do you really trust Carson Wentz to step up in a big game, even at home, and beat Tom Brady? I don't. I just don't trust him, at least in the regular season. At Houston, I could see this potentially as a win, only due to the fact that Deshaun Watson's a great quarterback. He's a great quarterback. Deshaun Watson's amazing. And this game is on the road. But again, the offense is very good, but again, it's not better than the Patriots. They have Hopkins, they have Will Fuller, they have Kenny Stills, they have Kuti, they have Hyde. But this Texans secondary and linebacker core is just bad. The Patriots will annihilate this Texans defense. If Drew Brees and that declining Saints offense can score 27 points in the second half on this sorry Texans secondary and linebacker core and defense overall, imagine what the Patriots can do with Antonio Brown. Imagine what they can do with Josh Gordon. Imagine what they can do with Sony Michel and that elite offensive line. And again, the Texans barely beat the Jaguars. They barely beat Gardner Minshew at home. The Texans are not winning this game. As far as the Chiefs go, the Chiefs defense is still not where it needs to be. Now again, if I had to highlight a game, this probably be the toughest game. But again, they give this game at home. And the one team, because let's be real guys, Patrick Mahomes has pretty much figured this whole league out. Patrick Mahomes has a chance to be an all-timer at quarterback. He has a chance to be the best quarterback of all time, guys. At least between him and Aaron Rodgers, they're neck and neck as far as who's the most talented player of all time. As far as the quarterbacks go, they're neck and neck. Patrick Mahomes is special. But the one team last year that kind of bothered Patrick Mahomes, kind of made life a little bit tough for him, was the Patriots. They're going to find a way to at least slow down Tyreek Hill. They're going to at least find a way to slow down Mecole Hardman. And to me, this Patriots secondary is built to stop this Chiefs offense because they have so many great defensive backs. They can dial up some blitzes now. So my thing is the Chiefs have to play on the road. It's in Foxborough. They're not winning that game. And again, I want to say the Patriots will lose one of these 4 games, but again, I just don't see it, guys. I really don't. Kansas City is the only hope of knocking this Patriots team off from getting to the Super Bowl this year. It really is. Now, again, am I picking the Patriots to win the Super Bowl this year? Not quite. I'm still picking with my Philadelphia Eagles pick. I'm still sticking with that pick. I hope I'm wrong because I'm a Packers fan, but again, this Patriots team's looking very good, and they're not going to lose a game, in my opinion. They're not. They're not losing a game. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. Tell me if you think the Patriots will go undefeated. If not, who do you think can beat them? Do you think the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl? Let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God blessed day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.